So the other day I had a conversation with Marc Petitpas, the author of The 50-Year-Old Millennial, Closing the Leadership Gap. And in his book, he talks about servant leadership. And now I have to admit, this is a term that I've been resisting using. I've really sort of shut down all my normally I'll investigate and dig around and find things out. There's plenty of information out there on the web, but servant leadership is something that I've really sort of backed away from. I've because of past experiences, which I don't really want to go into at the moment. Servant leadership was a term that I had come to believe was a very sort of manipulative term, and used by people to justify high salaries and this kind of thing. But Marc helped change my mind. I read the book. I was very excited with the things he talks about there. And then getting ready for our conversation the other day, I thought, well, I better find out about servant leadership before I talk with Marc, so I'm not, embarrassed by my lack of knowledge. And I found some information. Forgive me, it was on Wikipedia, which I know, we can't rely on Wikipedia as being the great academic resource. But what was very interesting, there was work done by Robert Greenleaf, I believe it was, back in the 1970s. And so a couple of comments about servant leadership, and this is what really sort of changed my mind. So Marc sowed the seed, and then what's grown out of his book, really, for me, servant leadership. Do those served grow as persons? Do they, while being served, become healthier, wiser, freer, more autonomous, more likely themselves to become servants? And the work that I've been doing with the management coaching, this is the philosophy, what I call the co-creation paradigm shift, I believe is going to include servant leadership, because we want managers to be able to help improve the lives, the working lives, certainly of millions of people, and managers can do that with servant leadership. And there was another talk about relationships. Okay, relationships in the workplace. Servant leaders build relationships that are less coercive, and more creatively supportive. And I can't, to be honest, I can't think of a better way of describing effective relationships in the workplace. So thank you, Marc. It was great to talk with you the other day. A very engaging conversation. And everywhere I go now, I'm going to be talking about Marc's book, The 50-Year-Old Millennial, Closing the Leadership Gap. And like I say, it's about servant leadership. And Marc describes 5 sets of behaviours there that managers can start to include into their work. And let's see how things work out over the next year or so. I'm very excited about this concept of servant leadership now. It's been a complete 180-degree turnaround for me. So thanks again, Marc. And this is Steve Dines, management coach, helping managers break free from the forces that hold them back and becoming servant leaders. Bye for now.